everybody. It's Angie Rupert, founder of Rupert Law Group. We handle exclusively E-2 and E-1 visas, so no matter what treaty country you're from or where you want to be, we can help. Before we get started, as always, please subscribe to our channel. You'll get all of our updates, and of course, share with a family member or friend if you feel that these videos are useful, and we hope that you do. So today I want to talk a little bit about having a TN and switching to an E-2. So this is for all of our Canadian and Mexican friends, right? TN visas are only available for citizens of those two countries. However, we know there are lots of you here in the United States on a TN visa, and maybe you're thinking, I would like to be self-employed, right? The TN visa doesn't allow for that, but of course the E-2 visa does. So what is the process for that? Well, there's great news. The process is almost the same as it is for anyone. Of course, you're already living in the United States, which is great. Of course, you probably know some of the benefits of switching TN to an E-2 visa, because with the E-2, your spouse will be able to work. And your kids will be able to go to school, which they can do on the TN already. But your spouse on the TD, of course, cannot work. But on an E-2S, an E-2 spouse, he or she will be able to work anywhere he or she wishes, right? Or not. You don't have to work on an E-2S, but it gives you that flexibility. So that's one of the biggest benefits of why people like to move from a TN to an E-2. So a couple of things to keep in mind. First of all, if you're already in the United States, that's great. We love having you here. But there is a little bit of strategy involved with switching over to the E-2, because we don't want you working in the new business until you've been approved. So for sure, you need to keep working in your TN business until you are approved for the E-2 visa, right? So if you're here, this is a very common one. You're here as a dentist on a TN, but you decide you want to buy your own dental office, right? Or you're here, this is a recent one we just had, that you are here on a TN as an accountant, but you want to start your own accounting company. So what you need to do is set up everything while you're on the TN. Of course, you're still working in the E-2 or a TN business, right? The business, the reason that you're here, you're still working there. You're getting paychecks from there. You're working there every day as planned. Then when it's time for you to apply, you will leave the country, do your E-2 interview, re-enter as E-2. Now you cannot work in the TN business anymore. So something kind of to keep in mind. However, we've helped a lot of people switch from TNs to E-2 visas, and it would be a pleasure to speak with you about how you can switch from your TN to an E-2 visa. We'd love to speak with you about that. So if you have a TN and you're wanting to talk to us about getting an E-2 visa, or if you don't have a TN and you still want the E-2 visa, we'd love to speak with you. So please reach out anytime, and we'd love to talk with you about your E-2 visa.